You heard that again, people. You heard that again, people. You heard that again. Let's go. How you guys doing? Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, please. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Joe Buddy, what's up there? I see you there. What's up to everybody else watching? Can you hear me? Can you turn me up, please, so I can see? Okay, bam, I'm good. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got 11 people here. Let's get 11 thumbs up in the box. We got a phenomenal show. We got a phenomenal show today. A lot of you guys have just started watching Hot Facts, and thank you for tuning in. My name is Hot Facts with Robert Reese. I'm the official news channel of the gig economy. Today is going to be a little bit of a throwback on what Hot Facts used to do when I came in, and I'm going to do a couple of the stories that I used to do as far as the news stories. Today, I got 9 topics going on. I see a JP in there. I got 9 topics going on. How I used to do the most topics and articles and facts being broke down. We're going to do that today. And the people that don't know, I'm just going to let them know the show will be going on like this. So can't nobody say nothing about nothing. You did hear the gunshots fired in the beginning. There's shots fired, people, and we will go over those shots fired. But for those of you who are brand new and don't know, I'm here on Hot Facts with Robert Reese, the official news channel of the gig economy. We go over everything that has to do with the gig economy. I don't care if you're a barber, if you're a plumber, I don't care what it is you do. You can be a public server like Twiggy there, and he does gig work also. Anything that you are putting in your personal time and effort to book appointment times, you have a gig. And if you have clientele, you are a gig. We go over everything here, okay? Everything. We go over the tech part. We go over the econ and money part. We go over the different apps as rideshare, food. We go over what you should be doing as a customer, merchant, driver, all of the around. We got that going here on Hot Facts, and also in association with the Hot Facts show like this, we have the boardroom, and it showcases many of the up and coming and the veteran gig content creators on how they're successful in doing their thing and how it translates over to social media, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Rumble, whatever else it is, how it translates there. We go into all of that. Also in association with the Hot Facts program here. And when you're a member, you get access to all this stuff. We have one-on-one, okay, with Hot Facts. It's an interview series where you see me interview the who's who in the gig world, plus world famous DJs, FAA pilots. All those interviews are there. Go ahead and check it out and see what it is. Even nature and environmentalists. I got those interviews there. Oh, and K9 Precision. Let me give a shout out to K9 Precision, the best dog training place. Here, what you got. They're located in Austin, Texas. Go ahead and check them out. They have guard dogs for many of your favorite celebrities and people that you watch, and they do police dog training also, as well as for your own home. They do all that great stuff. Make sure you check that out. And everyone knows the best podcast going on right now, hands down, the Hot Facts and Coach Eli podcast. People, check it out. We're going like 2 times a week. It is phenomenal. We'll talk a little bit about that also today. But now, let me give you the rundown on what today's show is going to be about. You see the title there, right? Pedro Doordash Santiago is going to be a mainstay in this thing. The title, Pedro wants $300 from Eli to stay in the gig community because he was kicked out the gig community. I don't think you guys knew, but Pedro was kicked out the gig community by the person that he was supposed to kick out. So this is hilarious. On top of that, he wants a $300 some type of fee from Eli and the Doordash Revolution. We will be going into that because Pedro wants to stay relevant in the gig world. So we'll try to figure out what the hell is going on with him. And he also threw shots at Hot Facts. So you already know. Whoever don't know, we have a history, and he just started it right back up. I'm not Peter Gozinia. I'm Hot Facts. It's a whole different ball game. And Pedro is afraid of Peter Gozinia. Now, the rundown of this show, if you are a Spark driver in the Washington State area, there is something going on with the Spark drivers, okay, and on the misclassification on who they are. So we're going to be going into that, and I'll let you know how that's going to change what they have going on, okay? Uber Eats in some locations have removed the tip option. We're going to go over if that is good or bad. Okay. Amazon, okay, you can tip your Amazon driver, and I'll show you how. Brand new, and you can do it without putting in your own money. You can have it done by Amazon tipping their own drivers. I'm gonna let you know how that works. If you are an Amazon driver, you will want to pay attention to this. Okay. Um, we're going to be going into the overall tip amount. Since we got these things going on, we're going to be going over what the overall tip amount should be. Okay. We are going to get into a new feature that DoorDash put in at least my area that my wife has noticed there. Okay. There was also a driver killed in San Antonio. I'm going to go ahead and go over that story also. We're going to get into Roy Thunder, Real Talk with Roy Thunder, and Eli with myself. I'm gonna get into the training side of the gig world with myself and Coach J Rom. I'm gonna get into that, and I'm going to now. People you see, I know he does that, and he's a coach. I'm not gonna not call him Coach J Rom. That's the title that you earned. So I will not disrespect and not say coach. I'm a coach also, people. I just don't say it to people that don't know. Okay. Tons already know. Okay. And then we are going to get into Pedro, Doordash, Santiago, and everything right there. I don't think anyone told Pedro he's kicked out. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get all of this. Spark is down for iPhone users since last update nationwide in 24 hours so far. Notifications come and all that other stuff. But let's start off with the number one story of today. We're going to start off with the Spark. Okay. So right now in Washington State with the Superior Court, okay, Spark has in Walmart, they have misclassified the drivers. Now we already know up there in Washington, in Seattle, they're getting the hourly for their pay. Okay. Now here's how Prop 22 is different. Even though we have Walmart and Spark here, we still get Prop 22 for the hours that we work. We are under the same umbrella. Walmart got smart and said they will count the tips, so you don't get as much Prop 22. So right now, the drivers in Washington State are seeing that while doing the orders with Spark, they are not getting the extra hourly. They're not getting any of that whatsoever, and they are losing money. Right now, they're going to fight for the misclassification to make the classification all the way real. This is what we did here in California with Proposition 22. I was one of the ones getting petitions signed, going out there with the MWA workers and getting it all out there because we have to go ahead and fight for this. Misclassification and everything else was one of the main issues. Once we got everything cleared and we actually won, we received Proposition 22. By the way it looks from my history of what I know about how this starts off, because I have been a participant, they're going through the same thing. They're going through the same thing that California did. Okay? They're going through the same thing that California did. And because they are going through the same thing that California did, you may see a very, very, very similar Proposition 22 rolling out to the whole state of Washington. The whole state. Damian Blaze said, and on Rumble, we need to give this man a special happy birthday. I do believe Eli said his birthday was coming up, right? The 17th? Yeah, I think Eli said his birthday was coming up on the 17th or something like that. I'll go ahead and double check. But for the Walmart Spark drivers in the state of Washington, this is going to be a huge battle. The only way you guys are going to be able to get the money that you guys know that you have earned is if you don't get here on YouTube. And it's not getting on YouTube and going in chats and trying to talk and do things like that. That's not what it is. You have to go out there and really, really fight. Okay? It's, man, you gotta really, really really fight. Okay. Somebody asked about Pedro. Well, you got to wait till we get there. Like, why would you? I gave you the rundown on the, like, here's the thing. I gave you the rundown in the exact order on how the show is going to be ran, and you're trying to do a Pedro question now. So obviously you don't understand a program, especially when it's given to you. Just sit back and relax. Pedro, Seven's in the house. How you doing? And I'm going to read your comment also. Great comment. I'm going to do it on this channel, on this show, and on the Eli show that we have on the podcast. Washington State drivers, you're going to have to fight. Okay? Yeah, you're not asking a question, but you're still talking about the Pedro thing. Wait until we get there and throw them all out. Don't throw it out early because no one's going to pay attention to what you said right now. It's going to be at the end. Does that make sense? Does it make sense? Thank you so much, Toothless Vegan. You do it one more time. Pedro and Hannibal, it's one of you. You're out. I want the real you to click the link when we talk about you, when I talk about you. But Washington State drivers, make sure that you do this. Go and fight for your pay. If you don't fight for your pay, let me tell you this, it's going to be a chain of events. Once it goes through like that with Walmart Spark, you have to understand that Instacart, Shipt, the other grocery apps are going to fall in line so that you're going to be making more money on theirs also, while getting an hourly guarantee. Understand what I'm telling you guys. This is what Pedro, Kimsai Money Plans, Right Along with Breeze, the Sarah Elizabeth, the Rideshare Rodeos, the Driven Dad, Van, Side Hustle Addict, Dash and Trader. Let's get into Bentley Coupe, Your Driver Mike, UDM. Let's get into Hannibal is Starving. Let's get into let's get into Dash Theory TV. Let's get into a lot of these people. They don't know how this runs, so they don't have the expertise to tell you about it. I'm so happy that Washington State is going through this for the misclassification, because it's going to change other apps on, like, put it like this. Whoever multi apps, when it's all said and done and the drivers win this one, when it's all said and done, every app you were working on, you just got a pay raise on. This is something that these other content creators can't tell you about because they don't know about it. And they always say, oh, everybody ain't out there with you guys getting Prop 22. People, you have to understand, before Prop 22 was here, we were doing it like everybody else. You know what it was? Our base pays were higher when we didn't have Prop 22. Just about the same payouts, just the base pay was higher. They lowered the base pay. Every time they lowered the base pay, that's why we have to go ahead and fight for it to get our money that we said that we deserved and we earned. These other content creators cannot get up here and tell you anything about this. And I'm challenging any one of them to click the link if you think I'm playing. Click the link and tell me what your expertise is, and I'll let you know what mine is. My expertise is allowing me to comment on news like this. Flex, is it fake or is it real? Thunder, you don't know what I do. Is it fake or is it real? And by the way, for those of you who don't know, the series I named earlier, I also have my NBA, my animals, my classic cars, the car accidents, the on-scene reporting, my food reviews, my interviews with local businesses on their menus, getting the food, trying their food, and doing all that stuff. I have tons of videos and tons of things that I do. Go ahead and dive on in. Great channel that you are picking up and watching. Now, these content creators, I want you guys to start talking about this misclassification in Washington for Walmart and Spark. I want you guys to do it because if you are in the gig world and you say you care about every driver, you see how Doordash is putting in the earn by time and the tier systems with diamond programs. There's also shopping apps. And you should want the drivers to get paid more money because of what they are doing. If you're not going to sit up here and support and fight for the drivers, then what are you doing? That's one thing HotFacts has always done. I've been on the front line for the drivers and the merchants and the customers. This is one for the drivers right now. The drivers in the state of Washington need our help and support. So let's go out there and help and support those drivers there. They need it. They need to make more money, just like you say, you got to make more money here. I'll tell you this, the reason why a lot of gig content creators and people that go in chats don't want to go ahead and help out states that's going to be putting this in, because they say, well, we're just going to be helping you make more money. What about us? Well, when one state does it, another state will, then another state will, then another state will. Just be fair warned, New York City, with $18 an hour, it's gonna hit the point to where New York is gonna have the whole state. Then you're gonna have drivers from New Jersey and Philly trying to just drive into the state of New York to go ahead and work because you can make more money. From there, Massachusetts already has something rolling out. Then you're going to see it hit Florida. It's going to hit Florida. Then you're going to see it hit certain parts of Texas, but Texas is a little bit different. Texas is like its own country in the United States. They got different rules. It's going to take those drivers there a whole lot of fighting to make it really happen there. So we got that there. Speaking of Texas, can you go to that article since you? I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna play the article. Okay.
Contour Next diabetes test strips next.
Hold on.
A few reasons. They're the #1.
San Antonio police. Delivery driver killed in North Side crash. San Antonio, KTSA News, a man making a food delivery is dead after a two-vehicle crash Wednesday night. San Antonio police say it happened at around 10 o'clock in the eastbound lanes of the Northeast Loop 410 access road. Two people were in a car, making a food delivery when the driver lost control and hit a concrete barrier, then another vehicle before crashing through a gate at a parking lot. Police say firefighters had to cut both people out of the car. The driver was rushed to a hospital, but was pronounced dead soon after arriving. The passenger was also brought to a hospital, but there is no word on their condition. Police haven't released the name of the person killed in the crash. The occupants in the vehicle they hit was not hurt. The investigation into what caused the driver to lose control of the car is underway.
Here you go. Now, you guys see how there was 27 people here, right? When I do a real story like that, people leave. Do you know I have over 700 articles and stories like that on my HotFacts Live? But they say that is also fake news. People give a moment of silence to that delivery driver who lost control. Okay, moment of silence there. There we go. We do a lot of driving on the road. You can be sleepy, which means that the drivers that are doing 18, 20 hours a day, you're putting yourself at risk to falling asleep. A slight whatever can pull you over and you can hit a concrete barrier like that. You can end up getting a big ticket, just like this gentleman did. The driver, don't know male or female. That can happen. Just know that when you were out here driving, protect yourself. This is in San Antonio. I don't know if the roads were slick because the weather now is getting cold. I don't know any of that. What's going on? What's up, Jax? I see you there. I don't know any of that, but drivers, make sure you are safe. Okay, make sure you are safe at all times. Okay. That was supposed to be number 5. I did it right there because I was talking about Texas. DoorDash has a new feature. If an item is not available when you're doing a shop and pay order, uh, DoorDash does something where they contact the customer. They do something like that. I don't know if DoorDash takes an item off. I don't know if they are asking them to do a substitution and then throw it back in. I don't know what's going on there, but they are now, at least out here where I am, and what my wife has noticed, DoorDash is putting up a notice that they will go ahead and contact the customer for you. Are you going to get the same pay? It's been showing that the same pay is there. So I don't think that's going to be affected there, but maybe they're giving the customer a little bit of time to add it on. Maybe they give them a timer on their end to add it on there so that they get it. And I'm guessing they're doing that. You know how the drivers will get a bad rating because they didn't get all the stuff that the customer wanted. Well, if the customer is not able to respond, then the driver is now getting a pass for that now. That's what's happening also. So drivers, this new feature is going to help you uh, minus out those random contract violations and getting bad ratings by the customer, because now the AI is going to pick up if they give you a bad rating on that. So it's going to help the drivers out. AI is not that bad, and thank you DoorDash for adding that in, because that helps drivers out. At least that's what they're doing in my area. Hopefully other gig content creators who do DoorDash and drive, they can actually go ahead and report on this also, to let people know what's going on and if they have seen this in their area, in their market. Okay, we got that right there, folks. Now, Uber Eats, this story came from TikTok and it's from a customer, and it says that Uber Eats removes the tip option. Now, the customer said that, I hope customers still tip. I would like to know if this is good or bad. Now, we all know that Uber Eats costs more when you order because of what they do. They have the lawyers, they do all that. Your service is excellent. What's up, Ultra Ego with Wisdom? Their service is much better than DoorDash, everything else there. If they're taking out the tip option so customers don't tip, and they're just going ahead and making the prices higher and this give the driver a certain pay, um, is that good or bad? I'm guessing that if they are doing this in a certain area, when it comes down to the pay, they're giving the driver at least enough pay so that they don't complain about the tip. Now, if this is true, because you don't know everything, but it says here on my Samsung thing here on Samsung News, it says that the video has over 180,000 views, so it is viral right now. And if this is true, is this good or bad for drivers? And if it is true, do you think they're going to go ahead and put this out for all the markets out there, to take it out and just add in more of a cost and just pay the driver a certain amount? If the driver gets paid a certain amount and he don't complain about that, does the driver really need a tip? You got to think about that. This is how the companies work. This is how they work. Think about that. Let me see. Let me see. It says Uber Ego, Ultra Ego Wisdom's in the house. Hello, Robert. Manifesto. What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up? How you doing there? Everybody in here, give thumbs up, people. We got 25 in here. Let's get 25 thumbs up. You guys are watching the Hot Facts with Robert Reese show. Give a thumbs up on this, and this is really great information. Nightbot just put up there. Jeffrey just did. Jeffrey just put up Hollywood gig news. Mr. Flex has lost his mind. Go ahead and check that out. He's been losing his mind lately right now, people. Watch his ride along. Man, this dude is, he's like, I don't like the rev. Why? I don't know. Look, he's having a meltdown. He doesn't understand simple things that are coming out because they're so simple. Crazy. Oh, I got one thing to say. Cherry pick. I got something to say to you, man. TFT is my deputy. Leave TFT's wife out of your mouth with that disrespectful thing you said. You know what you did. You know what you did. Leave TFT's wife's name and everything you said out of your mouth. Don't do that ever again. Thunder, this is what we've been telling you about. The cherry pick. You called him cherry prick for a reason. He is. That's what he does. You dead wrong for that, Cherry. I don't care how you're trying to get views and things like that. That's crazy. You don't do stuff like that, man. All the Sambo stuff and everything else that you said you did, and you're going to explain to Thunder exactly why you did that stuff. The things you do are dead wrong, man. In the words of Joey Gladstone, cut it out. Just cut it out, man. Cut it out. You dead wrong for what you said about TFT's wife. Dead wrong. If I were you, I would take it down. Or be man enough to say it to his face on a live. Make a short about it and tag him in it if you're so proud of it. You got some nerve, G. You got some nerve. People never underestimate this dude. Never underestimate that low life SOB. I got a comment on one of my videos, the video from Eli yesterday, and it said, why is it that black people can say the N-word, but we can't? And we're white. They said, what word do you guys have for us that's racist like that? There's not one. You guys can't have us try to make up one. But I'll tell you two. I'll give you two words that would be an insult to you guys. How you doing, boss? How you doing, massa? There you go. There you go. Cherry pick, you're dead wrong. Uber Eats, just trying to pay people a flat rate in some areas. We'll get to the bottom of that, though. How much should, you know what? I'll get into Amazon first. Then we'll get into how much should the overall tip amount be. Now check this out. If you are an Amazon delivery driver, okay, it's not specified Amazon Flex or the regular Amazon. It's not specified. It just says Amazon. The story says Amazon. Everything else that's on there says Amazon. You guys can go ahead and check this out. You can now tip your Amazon delivery driver without using your own money. People are like, what the hell? This is some news that you would think the Pedros and the rideshare rodeos and everyone that says that they're real news. Hey, Gig, Drive, and Thrive, you should know about this. I think you just pay attention to drama. I ain't heard nobody else do it. You're watching Hot Facts, people. If you don't hear it here, it's probably not true. I'm like the TMZ. Come and check in with me first. Now, you can tip them without using your own money. People are like, well, how the hell are you going to tip a driver without using your own money? Because you got to leave a cash tip. It's like Amazon, right? Yeah, it's Amazon. But here's what you do. There's a new feature through Alexa, okay? So with Alexa, you can actually tip your driver by doing this. If you have the Alexa app and you have your Alexa thing on, you can give Alexa the command by saying, thank my driver. When you give Alexa the command, thank my driver, $5 goes for a tip to the delivery driver by way of Amazon itself, not you as the customer. They don't charge you anything. The money is not coming from you. The money is coming from Amazon itself. So if you are driving for Amazon, let's say you're dropping off a package and the customer has to sign and let them know, hey, did you know about the new Alexa feature? If they say, oh, I have Siri, just let them know there's an Alexa feature that just let them know. Lie about it. Here's how you do sales. Lie about it. Okay. Lie about them to lie to make them click. Okay. Easy sales tactic. Lie to make them click. Look, you let them know that if you have Siri, you can download the Alexa app, and there's more features and more ways you can interact with us as drivers. That's not a lie, but they'll say, oh, really? What all can you do? Well, I got to get on to the next delivery, but go ahead. If you have an Android, go on your computer, make sure you type up, you know, ask Alexa or go ahead and look. Let them know to go ahead and look. They'll go ahead and see. But just before you leave, say, I know the command is thank my driver. They'll go ahead and check it out and see, oh, get them to go look at the information so they can see what it is, so they can participate in it. Then they can do word of mouth and tell all of the other neighbors what's going on, because some neighborhoods actually made a tip pool for these drivers. So now that they know that that's going on, and it's not coming from their own pocket, they'll tell the neighbors there, and the neighbors will start doing that same feature for the delivery driver, and he might be able to get 10 to 15 bucks on each street that he is going on, with the neighbors all knowing about the new feature there. People, you got to know how to make more. Someone said, as Wafflehead said, is that your intention? That's a very, very vague. That's a very, very vague statement. If you were saying on sales, you lie to get their attention to make them go ahead and do, is that your intention? It depends on what it is. But you see what my titles are, and I go through everything on my titles. So I actually tell you exactly what I'm doing. That's my intention. If you don't like that, then oh well, Wafflehead. Whatever troll you are. How long has Wafflehead had an account? October 3rd. Yeah, you're a troll. And it's probably that Wafflehead looking dude, J Rom. Dude looks like a waffle himself. So if you are an Amazon delivery driver, make sure you let the people know. And people, if you are someone that does these things, make sure that you go ahead and thank your driver by giving them a $5 tip that's not coming from you. That's what you go ahead and do there. People, these content creators should be knowing about this stuff, right? They should do. Now that we're speaking about tips, I would like to know in the comments section there, okay? In the comments section there, and what's up, Twiggy? I forgot. I gave you a salute, but I forgot to say it. What should, first of all, should other package companies like Amazon do this, like UPS? Type yes or no for that in the chat. Should other package companies do that $5 thing like Alexa? Write yes in the chat for that. Write no if you don't think so. And then I would like to ask you guys, type in the chat, what should the overall tip amount be? I mean, think about all of the gig apps, right? Just think about all of the gig apps. Well, yeah, just think about all of them. And think about all the tips that you consume, because we all see the tips are pretty much about the same on all of them, depending on who you are. What should the overall tip be, no matter what? I mean, like mandatory. I'm talking about a mandatory nationwide tip rule. What should the nationwide mandatory tip rule be for customers with us gig workers? Leave it in the comment section there. I want to see what you guys put. What is, Jack said yes. Okay, yeah. Jack said yes to other package companies like UPS and these other ones to add that feature in to tip the driver. Yes, I do agree with that. Now, people, I want you guys to type in there. Don't be afraid to type this in. This is a question. What should the overall nationwide tip amount be for customers? I mean nationwide. Manny, ooh, I like that. That's what I tell people. No tip is mandatory. I fully agree with that. I tell people you got to work for it. But we got people that say, well, just because I turn on the app, I'm supposed to get paid just to turn it on, and I'm supposed to be getting paid extra just by going to your house. So I agree with you 1,000%. No tip is mandatory. He said if it's mandatory, it's not a tip. I agree with that also, see? But we got drivers out there saying that they should force the customers for a mandatory tip. Customers should be tipping. It's based on your service and how you do your thing. If someone is out there, we got two brave people right here that said it's not mandatory. Gig workers, you guys all complain, no tip, no trip. If you guys see this here, where's all the gig workers that say, oh no, we need those tips? Why won't you guys dispute this? Why won't you guys dispute this? If it's mandatory, it's not a tip. I agree. And I agree that no tip is mandatory. I agree with both those sentiments there. But we're talking about these other drivers that talk a lot out of their mouth. They talk a lot out of their mouth. They do a lot of this right here. Let me see. Let me let you know what they do a lot of. They do a lot of this. They do a lot of crying, okay? These drivers do a lot of crying, and they're good to be in other people's chats, to talk in the chats. But when you really have to put your voice to it and state how you feel and how you believe, you will not see these people speak. They're all bandwagon talkers. They have no solutions or anything. How is it that some people can say it's not mandatory, but these people, look, put it like this. If a delivery driver says, like I do, the tip is not mandatory, go ahead and work for it, they'll castrate me and scream at me and blackball me how they tried to do. But if someone else says it, they won't say anything. Funny, huh? They know that if they type in their name, they make a comment there, people are customers. People are customers. You don't want to be known like that, to be demanding and a Karen like that. You want to just sit back and take that stack like that. You want bands and bags of cash like that. You don't want to go in there and do the work like that. Talking about if they don't tip me, this job is whack. I was like, whoa. And I agree with Jax. My wife says, tip your driver 10 to 15%. She put the exclamation points because she says everyone should tip, and the ones that don't tip, she gets kind of mad when they don't tip. But I tell her all the time, people don't have to tip. And I'm just like, when this was a big issue, I did the story and I interviewed people from England, and then I also did the story of the different delivery drivers in Thailand and all over the world, in China, in communist countries. I did all that stuff. And in the UK and things, the tipping is very, very, very rare there. They say you have to be extraordinary to get a tip there. I have told drivers, after I broke the story, go ahead and go deliver in those countries, and all the drivers say no. The reason why they say no, they say because they tip more here. Well, if they tip more here, is it that you want more tips? Or is it that you're just, whatever else it is? Because if you don't want to go drive and work there, and you're saying you won't go because the tips you do get, you do appreciate, just work a little bit harder on your craft. Now all millennials want tips because they do gig work at low pay. Yes, I'm curious about Prop 22. How much DoorDash drivers, how much do DoorDash drivers typically earn in California per hour? It depends on the city that you are living in. Every city has a different minimum wage amount. Okay. So where I live, the minimum wage is $16 an hour. So on how Prop 22 works is this. Let's say it's $16 an hour, right? So with $16 an hour, let's say you do 4 deliveries in one. Let's say you do 4 deliveries in 1 hour. Okay. Let's say all the base pays were $2. Just the base pay. They don't count the tip or any of that. Just the base pays. Okay. You did 4 orders in an hour, but the base pay was $2. That means you only made $8 an hour from what the hourly guarantee is. So because of that, they're going to give you an extra $8 for that hour. That's not including the tips that you're going to get with the customers. Okay. So like my wife, she averages like $33 to $34 an hour on DoorDash. Okay. And her active time and when it goes in, that's what it is. Okay. We try to keep our active times as close to the dash time and the online time so that she resets her DoorDash every hour. So there have been clip that I put up of hers where it says she was online for an hour and five. She was online dash time for an hour and 5 minutes, but her active time was actually like 49 minutes, and it'll show her make like $40. So we try to keep it close like that. Now she gets it like that, but she averages about $33 to $34 an hour, right there. Now we don't add in. People are like, well, what about expenses? Okay, I would like to ask any W-2 employee, when you wake up and you're going to work and you stop at the gas station and you get your coffee, you buy yourself a donut or some chips or whatever else it is. If you smoke, you buy a pack of cigarettes, some Black and Milds or something else like that, what these dudes do. Are you minusing that out of what you make per hour that you stop there to get something to eat? And then what about if you buy lunch because you don't bring your own lunch to work? You go to the food truck. Do you minus what you spent on the food truck and say, I only make $4 an hour at my W-2 job? Is that what you do? If you do that, you have a problem. Okay. We all know you're going to put gas in the car. Okay. And I tell my wife this all the time. At W-2, you're not using your own car. That's why gig workers don't use your car and don't have a business. Because I tell you this, the gig workers that make the statements like this, AZ Pride, they have no problem driving a company's car that the company has to pay for the gas, the maintenance, and everything else on the car. And what if they get into an accident on the car? I was on the job in the car. I'm going to get workers' comp because I was on the job in that car. But the person that owns that W-2 is their gig. They own the car. They are doing the exact same thing that you gig workers are doing. So W-2s, the owner is paying for all the cars that you guys are driving. See, W-2 workers want to say, I just want it all for free. The tips, the everything, I just want it for free. You got to understand, when Pedro and Gig Geezer and the rideshare professor and all these guys are some people, I want you guys to start fleets and get your own cars. They are turning into the W-2 bosses for the drivers that will be driving their vehicles, which now they have to pay for all the stuff that goes on the vehicles that they have in their fleets. These are gig workers doing that. You guys got to think about what you're talking about before you say it, because I'll give you examples of people in the gig world that you guys pay attention to. Okay, that you guys are paying attention to. Manifesto said Black and Miles to roll my blunt, Robert. Yes. See, you got to understand, people. You You got to add all that stuff in if you're going to work and saying, I only make $4 an hour. Now, someone will say, like Thomas Schubeck, well, you put gas in your car. That's not how much you made. You got to put gas in your car every day before you go to work anyway. That's part of what comes. Your job is to go ahead and make your money. Go ahead and make your money. Your job is to see how little of gas I'm supposed to put in my car to maximize the profits. Now, we got people that will go out there for 16 hours a day to make $125. Yes, you heard me right. They'll go out 16 hours a day to make $125. Then they'll say, man, I only make $6 an hour, man. I'm out there 18 hours, man, and all I made was this. I only make $6 an hour because I'm out there for 18 hours a day. No, you're out there for all those hours declining all the orders. Yeah, Cruising Dasher said, I drive a company car for my W-2. It's a game changer, see? Now check this out. Some people that work at a W-2, they have their company car, like, they park it at their house and everything. Now, let me tell you how many of those people are double dipping and doing Doordash and gig work in that company car. So they're not even using their car. There's a lot of drivers who ain't even telling you guys that they do that. Understand there are dirty players in the game when it comes to gig work, and that's how they make a lot of this money that they're putting up in these videos. You got to understand that, people. Open up your eyes and realize, compartmentalize everything. That's what you got to do. It's not a mirage. Pay attention. Look closely. Keep the ears open. Keep the ears open. That's what you got to do. Thank you for tuning in. Cruising Dasher. Cruising Dasher. And you know what's crazy? And a company gas card. See? The company gas card, people. There you go. See? You get that company gas card. That is crazy. You know how we tell these people that want to do gig work, that want to open up their own business and restaurants and stuff like that? You know why they don't want to do that? They don't want to do it because they have to be responsible for the cost that goes into it. Message. Get that one out the way there. Great one there. Great one there. I want to get on. Pedro is going to be last, people, so we're almost there. We got 7, 8, and 9 right here. We are at a good pace. We're at 50 minutes right now. We're at a good pace. I want to get into Real Talk with Roy, Thunder, Eli, Coach Eli, with respect, and myself. And people say, I'm going to kill you guys right now. People say, well, we were talking about advice and things the other day, right? And what you should pay for. And people say, why does he call himself a life coach? Did you guys hear the Tony Robbins story? He purchased hundreds of dollars worth of life training courses to participate in, real life role play and everything like that. Last time I checked, J-Rom, you should know, you paid for your ISSA training cert. You spent $300, practiced, and took the test. That's what you did. Eli spent like $350 to do the exact same thing, but to attend a real life coach training. So he paid for a service to do what he says as a life coach. So if someone goes through and completes, and the final part was walking over coals to complete your certification in your training, that's what he did. He also does continuing education training on life coaching. He has a channel to where he brings that out, which is why he has the name Coach Eli. He paid for training courses to be a coach. Anyone that pays for a service to be something, that's what they are. Can't nobody else debate that. If you debate that, you just hate the dude. Now you know why he is a life coach. He actually paid money and courses to be a life coach. Nobody else that talks about him has ever even paid for a Tony Robbins thing. You guys all were probably like, man, who would pay for that to be a life coach? All those hundreds of people that paid, that make him rich, and he helps them on being better coaches like him. That's what happened. He said, Unleash the Power Within is a motivational seminar. All right. Let me tell you what. Okay. Here is how easy this is, Sevens. Watch this. I had to do things with Cisco, and I was helping conduct Cisco seminars. All right. We have people that come in from all over the United States, all over the world to attend these seminars, right? They're flying in to see like TD Jakes seminars, and this goes off for all type of stuff. The people that pay to fly in to have their seat with their name badges on to enter these seminars, they're going in with notepads, pens, and paper to be educated, hear the lecture, eat, go back, learn more, and go around. When they leave that seminar, they come back better at what they did. It's a paid course. That's what it is. You can't hate on that. You can't hate. You can't hate on that. I had to go pay for my NASM, my dot fit, and my NCCPT. I had to pay for those. I had to pay for those. Do you know how many people pay for those and did not pass? Just answer that. But there's someone that says, I got information, I know how to go ahead and get it. Are you going to take their credit away? All they got to do now is get someone to sign a contract in the USA, and now they have a client. All you need to do is go to Sports and Fitness Insurance, go ahead and get bonded, $3 million aggregate bond. Now you're insured, and now you can go ahead and do your thing. Did you know that there's a lot of people that go ahead and do that also? I'm giving you guys business right now here on HotFacts. He said, Steve, shave your mustache. He said, so that leaves your boy Eli as a fake. Well, you cannot be a fake. Look, you cannot. All right, Steve, you're a fake person. Are you a fake person? Are you fake? What exam did Eli pass? Well, the final exam was walking over coals, hot coals. Have you ever walked over hot coals yourself in your lifetime? Were you able to understand the life coaching seminar and the lessons that they were giving to the future coaches there? Were you there to experience that? Hazy Train, we are all real, Robert. Well, that's not true, because Steve is saying that if you pay for a training course and you complete it, he says you still don't know what you're talking about and you're not a coach. That is so crazy. That's like this. Look, someone can teach someone to throw a curveball so nice, but you're not a baseball coach for real. You taught me how to throw the curve, but you can't be a coach. I'm slamming you guys in the face with the things you guys do. A coach needs expertise in whatever he coaches, period. Exactly. Now, here is where I've been telling you guys. Let me give you some expertise that Eli has. This is what Pedro gets mad at. The expertise of knowing how to overcome any objection, knowing how to overcome public slander and humiliation, and being able to still manage to have a show, keep people engaged and entertained, and still coach people, the ones that actually want to ask him questions and get it out. He's showing people that, bullying is going to happen, but it's not going to work with me. He's showing people that my expertise is teaching you how to stay focused on what you have to do. My expertise is showing you how to fight back legally when things get a little bit tough. Don't waste your time. My expertise is showing you how to do your life and not do anyone else's. These are all of Eli's expertise. He's an expert in all that. And you know what makes him an expert in all that? You guys bash him every day. So if he's not an expert off of what you guys do to him every day, then what? You guys come back and he comes back too. He's even calling you guys out now. Check this out. On our show, Eli said he wants us now to have guests. Do you guys realize what that means? Eli wants to talk to people, and he's calling people out, and he's not banning people. You guys are seeing a different Eli. Yeah, they are always picking on Eli and using him for content. Yeah, but he's a life coach, and he's showing that nothing you guys do can hurt him. And if someone else can pick that up, it's going to teach them a lesson in life. He's not delusional. You guys are delusional because I'm giving you guys his expertise and why he's a life coach. And you guys refuse to believe it. But he's paid, and I'm telling you, I work with the guy. I'm telling you, and I'm giving you other examples, and you guys don't want to accept them. But that's why you watch our show, because that's what's going on. Now, Thunder, I got to get at you. And I got to say, you guys better stop this player hating shit, man. Yes, he's been doing this for 6 years, Robert. Yes, so for 6 years, you have known him to be a life coach. Exactly. Thank you. You just gave his time frame. So you just admitted that he's been a life coach for 6 years. You people, you can't make this stuff up. Thank you. Now, Thunder and all you haters out there, I'm going to slap you guys in the face 48 times with my notebook. Eli said on our show yesterday, he wants to start bringing guests in. We want to have the guests come in to go over the topics of our show. No one told you, Thunder, to go blabber and open your big ass fucking mouth and tell Roy we wanted to interview him. No one wants to interview Roy. No one wants to interview Roy. Thunder, what you don't know is a lot of topics that I used to do, like some of the ones here, Roy would hop up and go over these things with me on my show. We want to have different guests on to go over the topics. No one told you to open your big dumbass mouth, and you did it earlier in the day so quick. Roy, they want to interview you. Yeah, that's what they said. Nobody even said that. Blabbermouth. Go do your own channel. I'm going to make sure I watch your interview with the Rev. You waiting on it? I'm waiting on it. You talking about I hope it happens? I hope it does. Man, I want to see this shit. Why are you blabbering your mouth up and then you lied about something that we wanted to do? I told Eli I'm going to get in contact with Roy and ask him to see if he wants to do it. I was going to talk to Roy myself and explain to him what we were looking for. Not what you said, you big idiot. How are you going to tell him what's in my brain and Eli's brain? You got them Mr. Flex magical powers. Keep your damn mouth shut. I told you ride the fence and you flip-flop. I should have did this last night to you, but I didn't want to. It's not even your channel and your show. What do you have to do? Oh, I got it. You are so obsessed with Eli. You said, I got to go tell Roy this. They want to interview you. That's not even what it was, man. I was going to talk to Roy and give him the details and the particulars. You don't even know what they are. And if you do, please click the link and tell the people what the particulars are about what we want to do. Please tell them now. Not shut the fuck up. No disrespect. Why would you try to kill Roy from coming on our show to do something? We'll let everyone know you want interviews anyone else of thinking of. What the fuck is that? Make sure you look up when Jeffrey puts up my interviews. Look at the interviews and shut the hell up. That's all you got to do. Look at the interviews and shut the hell up. Okay? Come on now. Come on now. This was not gonna. People, I am currently now going to be pulling in guests to go over the topics that we are going over. A lot of you guys still think that I'm interviewing Eli when there's a show concept and you guys still ain't figured it out. Some of you guys are really short bus. Really short bus. And they got a big old giant red nose in the front. And it says, no, no, no. That's what it says. That's what it says. Why would you interfere to try to come in, try to do something and like mess up our show so we don't get a guest? There ain't nobody telling people don't go on your thing. Why do you guys want to do that with me and HotFacts? Planet Mondo said, just do a wrestling and rap show. You'd avoid all this. Hey, Planet Mondo, what's up, man? People, Planet Mondo. Oh, I got something for you. There is there's someone in the gig world. His name is my own perspective. My app life, my app appealing life, my own perspective. All right. He's actually a wrestler in Philadelphia. I'm trying to figure out what his name is that he goes by. But my appealing life is a gig worker that is a wrestler, and he's in the Philly area. So I'm gonna do some more research, figure out his name, and I'm gonna see if you know who he is. Small world, man. Small world. Small world. But I would like to say this, Thunder. Don't look. If you want to sabotage someone else's show, yeah, see, he said I made no of him then. Shan said, yeah, Eli's always going to be trolled. It's perfect. I am too. But at the same time, trolling and sabotaging another channel's show is a completely different thing. That crosses the line. When people don't create content themselves and all they do is react and stir up drama, they do things like this. Worry about your own channel in your own show. Come on now. Come on now. Worry about your own stuff. Come on now. Roy, I'm probably gonna talk to you when you're on a panel or something. I may send you a text, but he doesn't know the particulars or nothing else like that. He just did that to try to ruin something. When our show, the people that watch our show, it's crazy. They don't disrespect Eli in the chat like that because they're understanding that the topics of the show, they got to freaking figure out how they think about these damn questions. So they don't have no time to be hating. They may throw little shots here and there, but they ain't got no time to be hating. They're watching the show, and it's a great show. And check this out. Cherry pick of the day. Click the link, Cherry. That's not right, man. You don't try to sabotage someone's show by trying to go tell somebody they want to do this with you, and it's not even close, man. That's not cool. That's not cool. Flex is laughing right now, right? Flex don't even know what the revolution is telling him. Watch him have a meltdown in his car in the front seat. What are you saying? I don't get it. What does this mean? Basketball references, movie references. What does this mean? I don't get this. The mind games. I hate it. Can someone please help me? That's how Flex sounds in his car. Everybody go and watch. Damian Blaze is having a field day showing you like that, Flex. He's having a He's having a field day. Cherry Pick said, I hate Robert. I love his wife. Flex loves her too. He brought her up again yesterday. Um, Flex, I would bring up your wife, but I can't talk to broomsticks. He said, please don't get triggered by my presence. Flex, I moved you to the side the other day. Now, look, thank you for giving me more views and paying me, Flex. I do appreciate it. I also appreciate when you watch someone else streaming me, you're still watching me, Flex. You can't hide that because I was watching your live while watching Thunder trying to watch me and Eli. So I was watching you talk about me because you were waiting there. Oh, it's going to start. It's going to start. You were doing all that. You were doing all that. You can't get enough of me, man. Flex, don't swing that way. You don't got to hold my pocket like that. Now, I told you guys that I'm going to talk about Pedro last. Guess when Flex came in? He knows that he only got 2 topics left. It's going to be J Ram and Pedro. I told you, when you hear Pedro name, here comes Flex to go sniff his ass. I told you. I told you. I told you. Thunder, bitch made for that. You don't never try to interfere with someone's show because yours sucks. Your show is all about watching me and Eli. That's why you take your videos down, because you don't want everyone to see that 100% of the videos on this channel are about Eli. You are obsessed. Steve says, Robert, you are nothing but comedy. Oh, I'm waiting on Stevie Wonderful. Can someone tell Stevie Wonderful to come? Because I'm finna talk about him right now. Coach J Ram. I'm calling out Coach J Ram, the fitness coach and everything else. He was on this thing because Tracy J sent him my nutrition plan. Thank you, Bigfoot Dasher, for saying how professional it is. Now, Coach J Ram was saying that he's telling people to take their BCAAs amino acids. You shouldn't be telling people that. Does he not know that if you have muscle in your body and you are working out muscle and building it, your muscle has to develop and grow so it can burn off the body fat? You don't, in my program, lets people know, when that's going to start. My program lets you know to when you're going to start doing your exercises. The first 10 days is a cleanse. You cleanse your body. The first 10 days is a cleanse, okay? Also, he was saying, you got to eat 5-6 times a day. My nutrition plan is broken down like that, and you'll see sometimes it's going to be about 7 because of snacks. You'll go ahead and see. On top of that, Coach J Ram said that no nutrition plan can work for everyone. Everyone is different. Exactly. That's why my nutrition plan is designed that anyone can use it, and you specify it for what you do yourself. Now, from the healthy fats to the carbs to the protein to everything else there's like 20. Some categories has more than 20 different things you can choose from, which means that when you go ahead and shop for your things, you get to pick what you want. It's broken down to portion size based on your weight. And then when you start your athletic training to really get in shape, it lets you know what you should do. There's fuel days, there's refuel days, there's everything else going on there. So he lied. I also told him I went in as my other channel because they tried to block me. When I hopped in, he said, here he is now. I asked him one major question yesterday. I said, Coach J Ram, why don't you break down my nutrition plan? J Ram, I'm asking you, since you have it, I want you to break down my full nutrition plan on camera on one of your lives. Break the whole thing down so everyone can hear it coming from you, and let them ask you questions about everything. I want you to break it down. Here's what J Ram's answer was. You know what? I may do that. He ain't going to do it because he tried to make me look bad, but everything he is saying, my program is so detailed that he don't want to do it. He don't want to. He don't want to. So Coach J Ram, I'm asking you, I want you to share my nutrition plan. It's like 20 something pages. I want you to go down and read everything and go through everything, and let's see if you actually understand it. I want you to do it. You have it. Please do it. This is how you silence everybody out there. You have my plan. Review it. Do a live review of my food plan. Please do. I'm begging you to. If you don't, we know you're a punk ass. Plain and simple. There we go. Then they're talking about Eli the whole time, yeah? The video of Eli teaching men how to dress on YouTube is comedy gold. I didn't see a video of Eli trying to dress men. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna have to check that one out. Eli dressing. I gotta see Eli's style. I know his style because Yup, the delivery driver, Yup, he dresses like Eli, same hats and everything. I think he likes him. Let me see. We got somebody backstage. Let me see who this is. Bigfoot Dasher. That thing says always cherry pick there. This dude cherry pick. This dude cherry pick, man. This dude. Oh, it may be cherry pick. Cherry pick. If that's you, hang tight backstage until I do my Pedro thing, and then I'll go ahead and let you up. Yeah. How's it going?
This is going good this morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Say that again.
I got double audio. You hear me?
Yeah, I got you. You got a mask on. I'm trying to get that face. I'm trying to get the voice so I can match it up.
Difficult. I make shit difficult.
Yeah. Hmm?
I just don't understand. I mean, all this hate, all this shit in the gig economy. I mean, it's just as simple as if you don't like Eli, why watch him? You know? I respect a lot of you guys. But it's like with me, I'm
Johnny Kneecap,
I'm just
Kneecap, or man, your voice sounds like that sick freak, man.
I, I've had the Grim Reaper on my ass since 2008. I've lost best friends. I've lost my son. I just got a phone call this morning after a late night on Thunder's Live. My brother, like cousin, just died, and
Hey,
I'm struggling,
sorry to hear
man.
that.
I'm just fucking struggling. It's like every fucking day, man, somebody dies around me, and it does nothing but when's my time, and it scares the fuck out of me. And
My
all I
my
see is
my
hate.
best friend's sister just passed. The funeral is on the 22nd, right before Christmas.
And it's man, can't just one day, somebody just fucking say something nice about somebody. Honestly, I don't know Coach Eli. I haven't been here but a year. But
Well, right
Coach,
now we're on Coach J Rom though. You know, they got to leave Eli alone. This the
I
Hot
just
Fact
met
show.
Coach. I just met Coach J. Roms. I
Yeah,
figured
yeah. So what I'm
Coach
going
J.
over
Roms,
though.
his beef was with whoever it is. It's just not with me. I have a
Yeah.
plan to not have a beef with any of you guys.
Well, yeah, I want to get on this though, because I don't want to get off topic of me going through my rundown here. I'm on the gig part with J Ram on him. I want him to break down my nutrition plan live on camera. I want him to break down my nutrition plan live on camera, Coach J Ram. That's what I want to do. And that will shut everybody up, and it will shut him up. He don't want to do it because it's gonna make him look bad. So
how's this? Is this better?
there we go. There we go. There we go. No, because look, literally the mask made you sound like Digi Nomad. It made you sound just like him. And I'm like, nah, man, Digi Nomad, this dude better not be up here with a Sasquatch mask on.
Fuck Digi Nomad. I got girls.
Thank you. Okay, we all good. We all gravy, baby. We're all gravy, baby. Now you receive the nutrition plan, and you know the part, and this is what I'm trying to tell people. I'm not trying to get people to get all the other stuff that goes along with the plan. I want them to follow just the food part in that first 10-day cleanse. The rest of it, that's how you do your food. Do it like that. Pick from the stuff that's there, and it's gonna work for you. Now the program is broken down professionally, correct? Where'd he go? All right, yeah. It's broken down. There's many choices on what you can do for food. It even shows you how to cook some of the foods and everything. All that stuff is there. I just want him to break down the whole plan so everyone else can hear it coming from his mouth, not mine.
Yeah.
And I'm just asking him to accept the challenge.
It's professionally broke down.
Yeah. So I'm lost. He says it's not good.
One man's opinion.
Yeah, that's one exactly. That's one man's opinion there. It's broken down, very, very nice. And you know, I even have in there to where you want to get your measurements done. You can do all that stuff. You can track your workouts and all that. It's broken down. It's broken down. Whoever else would like to see what the program is, um, pick a number between pick a number between 1 and 30. And I got it in my head. You guys go ahead and pick that number. The person closest to it, send me the email. I'll go ahead and send that thing to you too, so you can have it also. I want to make sure people can go into the new year with trying to hit their New Year's resolution. Okay, that's what that is there. Now, check this out, Bigfoot. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the stage because I'm about to go whoop on Pedro really quick. So I need the floor. Thank you. Hey, thank you for coming on up. I just got to get ready for this. Let me see. Okay. All right, people. Pedro Doordash Santiago is a little upset that, you know, one of his nemesis, Eli, that people that don't like Eli say no one cares about Eli and this and that. Pedro goes in his chats. Man, death sucks. God bless, man. He's upset that the Hot Facts and Eli podcast is doing well. We did a poll yesterday. Click on my go to my community post. Let me see this here. I put a video up from a year ago. It's got like 5,000 views on it. You know, when me and Pedro were going at it too, I got something there. Did yesterday 8.2K views. That wasn't bad. Oh, I also got the video. I did it as a trailer here. I'm gonna let you guys hear Torp call me out for a debate. Okay. All right. Let me get to this. Oh, here it is. It says, "Are you guys surprised?" Here it is here. Are you guys surprised that HotFacts and Coach Eli podcast is successful? 26% said yes, they are surprised that it is successful. 67% said no, they are not surprised that it is successful. So, and then we got 7 people that said 7% that said great decision. So if you guys did not understand what this poll was saying, the poll was saying that this is a success, and 100% of the people agreed that the show is a success. Now, there you go there. The proof is right there. Thank you guys for voting on that. Pedro is upset because of that. Pedro left a comment and said to Eli and HotFacts with Robert Reeves, pay attention to some real life coach training and whoop-de-whoop, and make sure you guys have better content for your viewers. I would like to say, hands down, Pedro, the questions that you guys do on your show are not even close to what we got going on ours. And you guys try to leave out a dumbass zone and try to do something yesterday, and it still wasn't as good. We go over a lot of different things. You guys also said you guys will come on our show if you guys can stream it over there on yours. I fully agree. Pedro, you come on over here. You and Hannibal can come on over here. Okay. You can click on my link on StreamYard, and then you can actually have that go to your thing. But we're going to be on the same feed talking. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Eli does. But I told Eli a while ago that he can do that also. You can do that. Pedro and Hannibal, that's what they said. If they come over here, they want to be able to stream it on theirs. Look at this. Look. Without further ado, I just start talking about the Pedro thing, right? And look at Flex, Planet Mondo, Robert been doing same exact thing, chasing that clout. People, I told you, he's up in Pedro's ass crack. Thunder, this is how Flex and I started our beef. He interfered with me and Pedro. He was jealous that I'm not beefing with him because I'm beefing with Pedro. Why won't you beef with me? He didn't even waste any time. He hopped right on in. I told you, you go see why Flex hopped in right now, people. I don't make this stuff up. Pedro Doordash Santiago is upset. Okay? Because the show is doing good, people are watching, the topics are great. I have not seen them have any topics that we go over, not one even bit. They talk about like guys having like side chicks and cheating on spouses and stuff like that. He does stuff like that. He says LO triggered again. What are you talking about? Flex, I told them what you were gonna do. That's not a trigger. They talk about stuff like that. Hannibal talks about cuddling apps and doing weird stuff. They talk about weird things and they try to do like pop culture. But Hannibal's never played a sport. He don't know about sports. So whenever they talk about sports, it's terrible. Pedro didn't play a sport. He calls himself a coach, and you know he sucks. I want you guys to watch my NBA play-by-play actions and everything and see how it is to comment on sports and how to train people. That's what you do. Okay, that's what you do. They're upset. Pedro, the war is now on. You want me to whoop that ass again? I'm gonna whoop that ass again. You can't get enough of Eli. You call him out constantly on you and Hannibal's show. Myself and Eli are in your top 11 videos. We have 7 or 8 of them ourselves. You're focused on us. You're mad because the show is better. And it is what it is. If you want to get on here and talk about the differences in your show, in our show, we can do that. Remember, all my topics and everything is written down. I can go in detail about what we talk about. You guys just put titles up, and you guys don't know about what you're talking about. Well, Hannibal writes some stuff down. I know that. But we can do it. Pedro, I've been on your channel, on your show many times. You've called me up there many a times. I'm the only person that will click anyone's link I'm not scared of anyone. You know that, Pedro. I see you running around from chat to chat, talking crap, but you won't hop up and try to click a link. Now, Pedro wants $300 to have a conversation with Eli, and the DoorDash revolution has been whooping his ass too. And I've been like, dang, Rev giving it to Pedro. Like, I fully agree with this. He giving it to everybody. And now people that don't know, the revolution told Pedro and flexing them, if you guys want to do a slanderous interview with me or whatever else it is, you'll have to pay me $35 an hour, the going rate for the gig drivers. If you want me to stop an hour, you got to give me that $35 an hour. So now Pedro was like, well, the revolution, that same 300 that he's trying to get out of Eli, he's trying to get that same 300 out of the DoorDash revolution. And a lot of you guys don't know, the DoorDash revolution has been serving Pedro for a long time. The DoorDash revolution is the reason why Pedro left and took the sabbatical. I was up there. Hey, Pedro came back as positive Pedro after we told him he's going to change his content. That's what it is. Flex said it will cost $1K to come up on the lounge for 10 minutes. Flex, you're still mad about Noah, Ghost, Light. You're still mad about Light. Remember when you made him pay $170 to be part of your channel, and you were doing that to everybody else? You were charging them people to be up there. You already got the money from all those goons that go up there. What are you worried about your money for? Remember that? And that was on your own community post, and you have to take it down because I found it. Noah paid $170 to be part of your own lounge. Flex, tell the people what you do. Now, people, he's trying to deflect the stuff from going on Pedro right now. See, this is what you do when you're a nut hugger. Pedro has a fan club, and Flex doesn't understand why Pedro throws shots at me and why he likes to go at me. Well, because I'm more exciting, more entertaining. I am a larger draw than the rest of you guys. That's why. Eli is a larger draw, more entertaining and more interesting than the rest of you guys. He would rather go ahead and do something with Eli than even go on your channel and act like it's going to do something. Just to be fair. That's why he's throwing shots and tagging me and saying he's throwing the shots. And he's saying that our content needs to be better, which means that he's watching every single episode. Come on now. That means he's watching every single episode and he's trying to get ideas on how to do their show. Look at what they did yesterday. They've never done a show and tried to talk about stuff like that. Never. These guys are hilarious. They figured out, dang, a show talking about real stuff might actually do something real. Yeah, that's what it does. You go ahead and you do a show that people will actually go ahead and watch. People during Pedro's first interview with me, when he called me up there, and that's when he put hot takes, did not link my name in, and his whole chat was bashing me. This guy don't know what he's talking about. He takes all these orders and stuff like this and all this other stuff. Man, I called Pedro. I said, this is like Professor X and Magneto. He said, I'm Professor X, right? I said, no, you are Magneto. I said that when I have 40 subs, 50 subs. I said that to him. He was upset about that. And I called him out on not tagging my name up, putting my name as hot takes and all that. We had a beef from the jump. A lot of you guys don't know that they took my idea for the second GitCon. Steve writes, share Rodeo knows. I got the text message in my phone. I went over things and he refused to go ahead and let Pedro and them know. And then guess what happened? They took my ideas. And then it was a big thing in the gig world. Don't say your ideas out loud. They took my ideas there. Flex knows. Everybody else knows. People, I don't tell you false stuff. Pedro been riding these nuts for a long time. He understands that I'm the only person that's been whooping his ass, making him leave. You know, I don't want, look, Pedro, let's do it like this. I want you to bring hoodie Pedro in the Black Air Forces. Bring the hoodie Pedro in the Black Air Forces. I don't want positive Pedro. I don't want sincere Pedro. I don't want passionate Pedro. I don't want Pedro with the Mr. Bet on You tattooed on his thigh showing. A lot of you guys don't know that he has Mr. Bet on You tattooed on his thigh. I don't want that showing. I want the angry, loaded looks, the hoodie looks. I want the hoodie Pedro with the black Air Force Ones, like you said, you gonna go to combat with Eli on. I want that Pedro. If you ain't gonna come with that type of Pedro, I'm just gonna murder you, slaughter you, do whatever I gotta do, like I've been doing to you, Pedro. For those of you who don't know, go to my channel, just type up Pedro Doordash Santiago, or just type up Pedro. Look at how many videos pop up. You get a full history on how I've been whooping his ass. Whooping his ass. Video documented. Pedro's also a big part of Hollywood Gig News. That's why Flex is so upset. You even got Pedro on Hollywood Gig News, man. Stop it. You're hurting my bromance. Man, take that bromance somewhere and go suck on a kumquat. Now, I'm going to get back to Pedro right there, but I'm going to let you guys hear that when Torp said, I didn't say this. You weren't on my channel with this. No. Let's go ahead. We were on a different channel. I went to Flex's channel. I got it off. This has Thunder right here. Remember when Thunder said, no, that's not what he said. He didn't say that. That's not what he said. That's not what happened, Reese. And I showed you how Thunder was flip-flopping and how he was lying. I made the video. I'm going to play the video right here. Now, you notice how Flex said obsession. How is it an obsession when he's tagging me? So that means Pedro has one against me, and you have one against me because Pedro has one. And if Pedro has one, you have one. Just like how Lisa Surly does whatever Torp does because she likes him, you do whatever Pedro does because that's your bromance. Same exact thing, Flex. Now, let's go ahead and Pedro's in here. Yeah. I just started watching it, and I think I'm a little behind, but Robert Reese has said some absolutely hypocritical things in this stream. January is going to be fun time for Pedro and Hannibal. Okay, Pedro, the link is there. All you got to do is click the link, and let's talk about those. Now, let's talk about them. Now, Pedro, we got the whole history. I ain't sent you a text message or anything in a long ass time. Flex can't talk about it because he don't know about our interactions. This is where your side chick has to step aside, Pedro. Your side chick has to step aside. Oh, yeah. And make sure you guys keep up with the Hot Facts and Coach Eli podcast. Our channel and our show is better than yours. Hands down. Hands down. Hands down. I've been on all your stuff. All you got to do is click the link. Remember when you said, let's call these people out? And look, Robert Reese is the only one that clicked the link. I guess I'm more man than you. Put on that hoodie. Put it on, Pedro, and stop being scared. People, this is why you guys are like, damn, Pedro, he talks to you like this. Nobody else does because everybody else sucks his toes. He got corns. Ain't y'all noticed them? Y'all weird. Now, let's play Torp and Pedro. I mean, Torp. Let's play Torp and Thunder line.
Come on, at the lunch. I didn't see my money. You got gross. But I don't come on at the lunch. I didn't see my money. He's got us all blocked for starters, and he comes up and chimes in Thunder once in a while on the comment. Honestly, do you really think that Robert Reese would come up on a live with me for him to review right now? Let me get to me. Honestly, do you really think that Robert Reese would come up on a live with me for him to review right now? I think he would. I think he would. But yeah, getting back to what Robert and all that stuff, do you really think Thunder that he would actually do an interview with? It'd be more of a debate. I don't do interviews. You really think you do a debate with me one-on-one? It'd be more of a debate. I don't do interviews. You really think you do a debate with me one-on-one? You do. Gross.
Now, remember when Thunder said, He didn't say debate. He didn't say he wanted to debate you. If he didn't say he wanted to debate, why would Thunder say this should be the rules for the debate? You get your questions and let him get his. Thunder, slap yourself in the face 88 times with that shark's tooth. Okay? Do it. Now, Torp, you just got caught. I even got that from Jeff Thomas Black. Slowed it on down. That, and then I got Thunder. Slowed it on down. People, this is what HotFacts does. You better come with it. Cruising Dasher said, get up there, Pedro. Get up there, Pedro. Yeah. Mr. Flex said, is that what you keep repeating to yourself in a mirror? I have no idea what you're talking about. You're just making up stuff because you don't know the insides of what me and Pedro are talking about. Like I said, Flex, you are his side chick. You are his side chick. So the Doordash revolution is live right now. Now watch Flex go leave here and go run over to the Doordash. No, he ain't gonna run. Flex got 3 phones. He's gonna pull the Doordash revolution up right now and watch him at the same time. Flex gonna tell Cruising Dasher to get up there. Look, he's protecting Pedro still. This dude is an idiot. Pedro, you already know. I go on your shit for free. Come on over mine for free. How are you going to ask 300 from the Rev and Eli, but you allow me up there for free? How are you asking for money from them, but you let me do it for free? Flex, do you know why that is also? Flex, ask your girlfriend that. Ask him. He should tell you. That's a question you should be trying to figure out inside your head, Flex. Why does Robert not have to pay to go on Pedro's, but everybody else does? Flex, there's a lot you don't know. Remember last year, everyone. Last year, Pedro said, remember when 2023 was coming in, and he had that beef with me and all that stuff. He said, "Oh, HotFacts, wait till 2023. Oh, it's gonna be a different way for you." Now I gotta show with Eli, people, the exact same thing that he normally does. Okay, it's 2024 coming up. Now there's gonna be a big thing because HotFacts and Eli, we have a show. The show's doing great. Thank you guys for watching. Flex, we ain't got to get on there for 18 hours doing live streams all day to get a measly amount of views. Rolling with Red, we ain't got to do all that stuff. Remember when I told you guys all the ride-alongs I would do? I would do all my 3 shifts, get 3 ride-alongs in, then get 4 shorts out of each one. I was doing almost 20 videos a day. And I told you guys, I have so much ride-along content. I'm not doing those anymore. I'm going to focus just on the individual things about the orders and then go do my series and everything else. That's what I'm doing right now. And this show right now with Eli is kicking your guys' ass. You guys are like, we didn't think it was going to last or nothing. And Pedro, you got kicked out the gig economy. Eli gave you the boot. Ooh, where'd he go? 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 Pedro got booted by Eli. People, damn. Damn, look. Eli called out Damian Blaze. Damian Blaze backed out. He's calling out Pedro. He's asking other people. Eli got courage now. Because of our show, he is willing to debate and talk to you guys. Thunder said he was trolling Eli for like 6 years. 5-6 years, right? Thunder said he was trolling Eli for about 5 or 6 years, right? And the only time he has ever spoke to him was when he clicked the link and came up on my show. Eli is doing things that you guys have never seen on this show. He's talking to you guys. Mondo was able to talk to Eli. And Eli is calling people out. He even asked us, can we bring in guests now? Eli is more comfortable with confronting people and having debates because we got rules over here. Damn. Jason said debate or clout chasers. Well, I'll tell you this. Debate. I have rules here. Okay, so you say debate. You say debate, right? We have rules. It's gonna be topics, time limits, and you have to wait until it's your turn. These are the rules here on Hot Facts and on the Hot Facts and Coach Eli show. Those are the rules. So you ask yourself that again. Now, Flex, you got to understand this. I talked about Pedro, and guess what he came, Flex? Right to my live. He watches my stuff. He watches my stuff. You don't think so? You don't think so? Watch this. Let me see this so I can go to my thing. Watch this. I'll show you. Watch this. Let's go to. Actually, let's go to this one here. Let's do this here. Let's do this here. Let me see. I want to see the more. Let's do this. Okay, people. I'm gonna play a clip of Pedro and Hannibal. Trying to. Well, they were sucking my balls right here. Hold up. Let me see. Oh yeah. I told you you're gonna get kicked off my channel for all that wild shit you were saying. Remove Tracy J. Oh, I got it right here. Duh, it's in my hand. I'll do it. Here you are. And you also said that you guys are gonna start a coalition from the people that we banned to come up and try to come at us. You guys got weird ass cartoon lifestyles. You gotta leave. You gotta leave. And also, it's crazy. Have you guys noticed that these guys are? I was watching Flex and them talk, and they were worried about and talking about the fist pumps that the revolution does in the comment sections. Don't they know that when you watch something, you could be given a fist pump on a specific statement? Some people will do a timestamp, some don't. It don't mean the whole video. And if it does mean the whole video, oh well. Why are you guys so bored that you guys are going around and looking at the emojis that people put up? You guys are some big little girls. That shit's nuts. That shit is nuts. That shit is nuts right there. That shit is nuts. You guys gotta do something about that. You guys gotta do something about that. Let me go ahead and play this. Okay. Let me go ahead and play this for you guys. Hold on. Let me do this. Okay. All right. I'm gonna play you this. Pedro and Hannibal, people. This is Pedro and Hannibal. Here we go. Let's do it in can I do it in Safari? Oh, I did the wrong one. Hold up. Oh no. There we go. Done. Let me get back. I hit the wrong one, people. Here we go. Here it is. Wait. Oh, here it is. For those of you who don't know, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna also play you guys my old theme music. I got good music.
Hot facts with Robert Reese. Now, this individual. All right, you work hard on YouTube, Pedro. You work hard every day. He's working harder than him. I was going to say that. Thank you for jumping in. This man is doing videos, shorts, and he's doing an hour-long live stream 5 days a week. You're not even doing that. Yeah, no. Listen, me and Robert, Hannibal, we've talked a few times. I had him on the channel. We have each other's number, and we've chopped it up. And we have a lot of similarities, and we have a lot of differences. We have core things that we're very, like, I do not believe in some of the things he says, and he goes the same way with me, but there's a mutual respect there, which I really like. Yeah. And I really respect his grind and his hustle. He reminds me of myself because he's betting on himself. He's, if you watch his intro clips, I'm sure you've seen it. I imagine Robert's going to places and saying, "Hey man, I got a channel. Would you subscribe?" And he's like, "Hey, would you say that you watch Hot Facts with Robert Reese?" And they don't. But he's getting that. He's about that community, and he's building up. He's going pretty fast. Like, I see the subs moving, and I don't agree with. I mean, we're giving him props. So also, like, some of the things it's fun. It's their own method, right? Like, take the first order of the day. Yeah. Nah, dude, I'm not doing that. But I appreciate his grind, his hustle. He's engaging in the camera. He's really putting everything into this, and I just want to give him his flowers right now. I'm going to talk to him with Steve Rideshare Rodeo on a live stream tomorrow. Subscribe, I check him out. He gives me like that daily, like, okay, is he on? All right, cool. Like, it's normal. Like, I watch you, Flex, and now it's Robert Reese. Like, if one of you guys don't upload, I'm like, okay, is everything all right? Something's wrong. If Flex is not uploaded, what's going on? Why he's not streaming right? To get my thoughts right. So definitely want to check him out. I'm gonna hopefully I remember to put.
Hey Flex, did that upset you, Flex? That he says, man, he's working harder. So for Thunder, when you were like, well, what do you do on your channel? Well, those were words coming from people that you were like, I don't want to know about the history and all this other stuff. Well, there you go, man. Also, Thunder, I gotta say something to you, man. You say some weird ass shit, man. Watch this. You said, why do you put clips up of the things that's already been said? We all were watching, so we know what was said. The reason why, to answer that, the reason why I show the clips and to do it, because in a debate or an argument or a conversation, guess what happens? You guys will say it never happened and you'll deny it. The reason why the news, they show the clips and everything else is because that's the proof. That's why. You can't weasel out of it. That's why. You heard Pedro and all them. Did you hear Hannibal say, man, the subs are moving? That sounds like people, I don't buy subs. The subs are moving. He's engaging in the mic. He's putting the time in it. He does ride-alongs. He does ride-alongs, everything else, shorts, ride-alongs, shorts, and an hour live stream every single day. Pedro said he works harder than me. Yeah, I'm the hardest worker. I am the official news channel of the gig economy. And you heard him give me my flowers. When they saw me come in, they said, we got to give this dude his flowers. This dude is nice as hell. That's what they did. I'm that same person. That's why Flex is mad. That's why he's jocking me and everything else there. And I just got something to say. People that you heard that song there, that was one of my first theme songs. If you are going to be restreaming this, good luck. That instantly is going to get you to where your the video cannot be monetized. It does it automatically. So if you are restreaming that and that song is up there, watch when the processing is done. It's going to let you know that you cannot be monetized for that whatsoever. I'm just letting you know ahead of time, people. That's one of the other things that's in my catalog of music. I'm just letting you know. Now, let me click on this. Let me see who's backstage. We're almost at 2 hours. Let me see who's backstage. Jeff Thomas Black. Jeff Thomas Black is here. Pedro don't want none of this smoke. He really don't want none of Jeff smoke. He don't want none of Jeff smoke. And check this out, people. If you go on Google, here's how you know when you have a relevant gig channel. You can just type up, like if you type up hot facts, you'll see hot facts with Robert Reese. And all you have to do is just click images, and you'll see there's tons. Videos, there's tons. When you do that on Pedro and all of us ones who are known a little bit more, that's what you get. Our name pops up in the search engine just like that. Now, what you will also see when you type up Pedro Doordash Santiago on Google, you're gonna see a few pictures of Jeff Thomas Black. Guess what? He just made he made Pedro's list. He gets on Pedro so much that Jeff Thomas Black pops up when you type up Pedro Doordash Santiago. This is hilarious. This is hilarious how that works there. Jeff Thomas Black, how you doing, man?
Oh, that's good. I'm now Googling Pedro Doordash Santiago. I gotta see what happens. I gotta see what happens.
Yeah. Google him and then click on images and then scroll on down. You're gonna see you with a smile on your face.
Hey, Robert Reese, bro.
I think you're on the first page also.
Is that Angel? Hi, Angel. How are you?
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, it's hilarious, Jeff. I looked at it. I told my wife, here, go to Google really quick and type up Pedro Doordash Santiago so I can show you guys. She's gonna type this up.
That also happens, by the way, Robert, when you type in the name of Oregon's most famous politician in history, a man named Neil Goldschmidt, who is the mayor of Portland, the governor of Oregon, and then the secretary of transportation under Carter, and a child rapist. If you put him in, you're going to get pictures of me being arrested for burning his photo, which is beautiful. So yeah, if when you Google criminals, you get me. Let's see. Hold up.
Okay, so watch this. So this is, I'm on Pedro Doordash Santiago on images. I'm gonna just scroll on up right here and scroll on up right here. Let me go down to look at this picture of Jeff Thomas Black. When you type up Pedro, you see Jeff Thomas Black. Look at that right there.
Beautiful.
That is beautiful. Oh. Pedro, Jeff won. Hey, Flex, Jeff won. He has entered his whole world.
Well, this the Pedro's con has run on a very long time, and it's obvious that his fall is currently happening, and it's good because he's been a very dishonest individual throughout. He's dishonest intellectually. He's dishonest financially. He's dishonest as a product pitch man. He sells things that are bad for his audience. He lies to his audience. That's proven. Everyone knows it. It's not, this is not, Pedro's the first one to tell you he lied. He's lied to an audience about a number of things. And now he's hawking he's poverty pimping the payday loans. He has completely jumped the shark in terms of content. He's just flip-flopping around. But the worst thing about Pedro is he's such a coward, Robert. Pedro, you were even there. He came on to Necro's Lounge when I was there, challenged me to play the 2-hour audio of my interview with Steve Johnson of High Chair Hodeo, and that would expose all the lies. And I did that for an audience the next day. Nobody found one retraction in the entire 2-hour thing, and Pedro didn't show up either. So Pedro's just a gaslighter. That's the thing that people really need to know about Pedro. It's not that Pedro lies all the time. It's that nothing that Pedro says means anything. Pedro's just a human word salad. He simply says things and then continues to say other things. And he even admits that his modus operandi, his mode of operation is action. Pedro just does stuff. He doesn't think about it. He does stuff, and he figures that the activity will generate revenue for him, and that's the way it's worked because he's a con man. He's a con man, and so he's just always working on the next con. The problem is he's dealing with real people in the real world who are trying to support their families, and he's taken his con way, way too far and run it way, way, way too long as the alleged Doordash Jesus fake cult leader kind of bullshitter he is. And he's also just been an agent of hate and gaslighting to the community. He drives.
Sorry, Jeff.
Well, just a minute, Angel. I'm just about done. Then
All right.
His stupid no tip, no trip thing is about his hatred for humanity and spreading rage porn, not about justice or fair pay for drivers. He doesn't fight for justice or fair pay for drivers. Pedro just spouts out rage porn. So it's very sad that there are people that still fall for that. But it's clear that he's on his free fall from the gig economy. But to be fair, I mean, kind of everybody on that corporate side is, Robert. Everybody that's been in the long-term corporate news that did all the sponsorships and all the poverty pimping with the loans and with the snuggling up with the corporations, they're being shown up to be frauds now because the gig apps are shown up to be fraud machines. So anyway, I appreciate what you were saying about it. Nice to see you, Angel. What did you have to say? Sorry.
Guessing this is to you, Jeff, but Joe Buddy says if Pedro is so wrong, why do you bother to give him attention? I could ask the same goddamn question to you there, Joe Buddy, for why do you give Eli attention? Why do you want to give me attention? Like, this is the thing I find funny with a lot of people is Pedro, as you said, but like tries to not admit he's wrong at times. Like, I like get people coming at me like how Joe Buddy said that I'm a racist, which doesn't mean anything anymore because the term racist is so overly used in today's society that hardly means anything. If it still means something, they explain to me how math is racist, how school choice is racist, and how chicken and waffles are racist, which just been few of the many things that proclaimed and been labeled as racist this past year. But getting back to my point, but with Joe Buddy saying me being a racist is because I called him the N-word over 5 years ago there. But I just laugh at people that try to label me something because it means nothing there. But if you want to question Jeff there, Joe Buddy, about if he thinks Pedro is so wrong, why do you give it attention? Well, if you think Eli is so wrong, why do you give him the attention, Joe Buddy?
You know what, Angel? I would like to say, man, what you just did right there, Angel, was classic because you gave some definitions or gave some examples of what can be deemed racist. And I'm thinking, look, people that be hating on Angel got some juice up there, people. You got to listen to what he's saying, and you got to respect the fact that he can get up here and call you out on your BS. Thank you, Angel, for bringing the hot facts.
Angel particularly did that very well because Angel's a real person who's right here showing his face, and Joe Buddy's just an icon on the screen who trolls people and says that they're funny and they're ridiculous. But to me, the people that are funny and ridiculous are the people like Joe Buddy. Why would anybody care anything about having you in the chat, even because nobody knows who you are, nobody cares who you are, and thus you have nothing to contribute. As ridiculous as Mr. Flexipants is, at least we know who he is with his ridiculous statements. You, in my knowledge, Mr. Joe Buddy, you're not somebody that has any reputation in this community. So, you know, what you say means nothing. Same thing with like this Planet Mondo character. Acting like he's smart or savvy and laughing at other people without even understanding the context of why they're on YouTube.
And Joe Buddy, I didn't even call you a racist name today there. I brought up the example of what I called you over 5 years ago that you obviously remember there, and yet can't seem to move on from the fact there. I haven't even said anything racist to you there. So stop trying to say that stop trying to let me read his comment. He says, I simply asked you not to call me a racist name today. What racist name have I said to you today?
Well,
Like I
here's a
said,
funny one for you. Here's a funny one for you, Angel. Joe Buddy said, Jeff Thomas Black, don't you have to write the next 2 chapters of the Communist Manifesto? So that's a very stupid person, because my book is not anything about communism, capitalism, or potential forms of economies, which just makes him again a ridiculous dick and troll. So he's doing exactly what he asked you not to do. He's misrepresenting my work in
and he's
totality.
trying
He
to,
doesn't even know who I am. My guess is he
yeah.
probably is a racist. He probably is a real piece of shit. Probably is a sociopath, because who would go on and misrepresent somebody's work when they don't know anything about it? That would be ridiculous. But he just did that, and he's asking you to be nice. That's pretty funny, Angel.
And yet saying that I call him a racist name for simply bringing up me calling him a racist name over 5 years ago. I mean, what exactly have I said to you that is a racist name today there, Joe Buddy?
It's funny. It's funny, Angel, you bring up a really good point. It's funny what people hold on to, because I was shocked that Pedro was holding on to the podcast with Steve Johnson of Hideshare Hodeo, where I was actually pretty nice to him. I said he needed to evolve, but I was actually pretty nice to him. I've been incredibly mean to him since then, very intentionally. But what he remembers is, a year ago when I was on with Hideshare Hodeo, and it's the same thing with this guy. It's like, why does he remember that? When you said it, man, you really connected. 5 years later, this guy's still losing sleep over it, man. Sounds like you nailed him, Angel. Sounds like you nailed his little bit.
Yeah,
he
Angel.
doesn't
Good
know
job.
how to let it go there. People don't know how to move on. Like, look, it was over 5 years ago. Why can't you move on there, Joe Buddy?
It is funny, Joe Buddy, that you're in the chat purely to troll without any knowledge, and then you're sad that somebody trolled you. It is funny, Joe Buddy. You got to admit, you're a little ridiculous.
Hey,
and you just got trolled.
Angel.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Angel. I would like to say, Angel, you just had me burn about 65 calories right now, I do believe. And I want to say thank you for that, because when you were reading the comment, I thought you were going to read the comment normal. You went into character on that bad boy, and it threw me off right there. You had me there. Great job on that. Great job on that, man. But look, we've been on for 2 hours and 5 minutes. We are past my 2 hour shutdown limit. I like to make sure all my views get up in there and get busy, so people can go back and watch and then restream. Ain't no one gonna restream a 9 hour live. That ain't gonna happen. So Angel, while you're here, I want you to give your final words, Angel. Give your final words however you want.
So there's gonna be 2 quick points. Joe Buddy, continue to call and think that I'm a racist. Means nothing in today's society with how much stuff is being labeled as racist nowadays. It means absolutely nothing there. And just because I called you the N-word over 5 years ago, you need to move on from stuff and just stop holding on to a grudge upon everything, and continue to think that I am racist from your point of view there, Joe Buddy. At the end of it, that word means nothing. People can say I'm a retard, but does it have any effect on me? No, I get called that all the time. But the word racist means nothing. And I just want to say this to Planet Mondo, aka Planet Meth Head, as I call him. Planet Meth Head, how come a few weeks ago I saw your buffoon meth head butt cuddled in a pillow. How come I saw you cuddled up in a pillow outside? Because your jacket looked like a goddamn like pillow that you were taking with you on the way to where you were going there, Planet Mondo.
Oh my
Why
goodness.
were you carrying a goddamn pillow with
Oh.
you? Like, come on, man. That jacket was too big for me, and I wouldn't wear something of that magnitude of a freaking jacket there. I know you were outside there, Planet Meth Head, but to wear a goddamn pillow that size? I mean, come on, man.
Planet Mondo just got screwed.
Damn.
That's my final thoughts, and you guys have a great day. Bye.
Later, Angel.
Well. Yeah. Angel just laced and smoked somebody's boots. I thought he was done. He called on Planet Mondo meth head and all type of stuff. Oh my goodness, people! I'm gonna have some great shorts out of this one. Great ones. Thank you.
I don't
Thank
know,
you,
man.
Angel.
Joe Buddy says leave Angel off the panel if you want a serious discussion. I think Angel made some of the better points. I'm rambling like a fucking idiot because I hurt my hip and I'm on pain meds, but I thought Angel made some great points.
Yeah, Angel is part of the conscious community. He's part of the woke community. He's over there speaking about a lot of political issues and social issues that happen around the United States. Angel is not a stupid person. For you to say that, I challenge you to go on like Chaotic Truth or the Lapeef Network, the Modern Renaissance Man.
Yeah,
go on these shows and then go ahead and speak your mind. Angel is okay, and he got a sense of humor. He's got a sense of humor. You cannot deny that.
Keevers, Kevin, Gig Drive, Gig Chug and Thud, Gig Chug and Gig Chug and Swallow has. Hey Robert, got my first video coming out in weeks. I think you're going to appreciate it. Well, that's excited. I'm excited too, Keevers.
Well, hey Kevin, look, I'll tell you how I will appreciate it. Look, when you make this video, just because you're gonna mention my name, you're not gonna get any views on it. You have to be like somebody else to mention my name and all the views come. So I will
watch it, Kevin. I'll watch it, Kevin. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, go watch it, people. All 45 people, go ahead and watch the video. He's been making this video for 2 weeks now. And
as he has not been making it for
yes, he has. He's been making this video for 2 weeks now.
Like a time lapse, a 2 week time lapse of
he's been making the video for 2 weeks now, and he said that he stepped away from the gig world for a couple of weeks, and he hasn't watched anything, and he came back and said, "What's up with the revolutionaries? Why are they beefing and stuff?"
I've legitimately retired from taking Pedro seriously.
Yeah, Gig Drive and Thrive
as the simple criminal that he is.
Yeah, Gig Drive and Thrive, Kevin. I did. I'm gonna let Planet Mondo respond. I'm gonna let Mondo respond too, because Mondo he came at you, G.
Joe Buddy,
I'm gonna let Mondo respond because he came at you.
Joe Buddy, man. If I had to give an honest assessment, I would rate Angel as doing better than you. So if you think Angel's a slow potato, you may also be a slow potato, Joe Buddy, whoever you are. Who's this guy?
Right. This is Planet Mondo. This is Planet Meth Head that Angel calls.
When I told you to fuck off the other night, it's because you were just gaslighting.
But he's emotional again. You're so emotional, bro. I'm not even talking.
Hey, wait, Mondo. Let me end Gig Drive and Thrive real quick. You know, he tried to hop in to wait for the moment to come in and try to seize the day. Kevin, go ahead, put the video up, man, and then let's see what it does. I did yesterday wasn't a bad day. I did 8.2K in views yesterday on separate videos. Can people watch my stuff? So look, when you get enough people, like the last one you did, it like crash and burn. So if you do this one, make sure you just crash, don't burn. Now I'm done with you.
All right, can I respond now?
Yep.
So one, obviously, I'm in a home that I own since I've been 24 years old. So
big fucking deal. Who cares?
Well, he's calling me homeless. You live in a basement. Who the fuck are you talking to? You live in a basement.
Make you worthwhile.
You haven't showered. Look at you. Look at you. Look how clean cut I am. Look at you, bro.
Robert,
look at you.
Why would we?
Look at you. Shut up. I'm not even talking to you.
You can't allow this.
You do look like real sick, though. You do look like real sick. You do look like real sick in Jersey.
Good looking dude. I'll take that as a compliment all day. Look at this guy. He looks like a fucking caveman.
Jersey.
He hasn't joined the evolution. The evolution never hit Jeff Thomas Black. He still looks like a fucking caveman. I don't want to hear that. You look like a caveman. Go back in your fucking cave.
I gotta ask you this though. Well, since you did click the link, let me hear what you got to say to go back and with Angel with, and then whatever question you want to ask Jeff Thomas Black, just ask him a question that you got that's not going to be like bam bam bam. Ask him a question, but how do you respond to Angel calling you Planet Meth Head and all the other stuff?
Well, first of all, meth heads are usually skinny. I'm not a skinny dude. I'm not clearly I'm not a meth head, and clearly I'm not homeless. So both of his
come to California. We got some big meth heads out here.
Well, I'm not one, so I don't know what to tell you. Secondly,
all right.
I'm not gonna pick on somebody that's special needs. Like that's not I'm not going to that low, dude. I'm not here to make fun of Angel. He can say what he wants. I just showed up here to show you that I have a house, a beautiful house at that. Jeff Thomas Black lives in a fucking hole, and Angel lives in a bedroom. Who are you guys talking to? Who are you? I'm up here. You're in the basement, sir. Don't talk to me.
All right.
I don't know.
All right. So that's something there. You wanted to get up here to let them know that you got a house.
You popped up here. And you started laughing like, oh, this is such a burn. Calling somebody a meth head, like, come on, bro. Is that really a burn? Like,
that was hilarious. That's like seeing a wrestler up there on the promo, like DX or Christian, Edge and Christian saying, we totally reek of awesomeness. Hey, that was funny, right?
I don't know. We have different types of humor. Somebody calling somebody else a meth head, I'd just be like, oh, dude, you got to do better than that. What is that? It's not even original.
But Angel came with it. All right, we go leave that alone. We go leave that alone.
Why are we leaving it alone? Is that why I came up?
You just got over it. So now Jeff Thomas Black is here. What is the question that you want to ask him?
I don't have any questions for this guy. This guy's an idiot. I don't. Come on, man. Are you serious? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. This guy clout chased for a year and got responses from Pedro that has 70K subs, and he's still sitting at 500 subs. Dude, I haven't made content in a year. I have 20 videos. One of them got 40,000 views. I have 1,500 subs. Who gives a fuck? You think I care about 1,500 subs? Who gives a fuck? This guy has 500, and he streams daily. Like, how pathetic can you get? Nobody cares.
Well, as pathetic as this, Gig Drive and Thrive says, be careful.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Well, anyway, I'll help him out. I'll talk to his show because dead audio is never good. Jeff Thomas Black. I actually put Eli way above this guy because at least Eli, he's entertaining. Like Jeff Thomas Black is just boring as fuck. The guy has nothing to contribute to society other than try to clout chase. And he's literally like the Alex Jones of the gig world. He believes in fucking, frogs and, becoming gay through water and all this crazy shit that Alex Jones believes. He's a conspiracy theorist. He's one of those guys. Angel, I'm not even gonna get into that because I'm not stooping that low, dude. Let that guy say whatever he wants. That's fine. If that's what you want to believe, that's fantastic. But
all right,
you said that Eli is gonna start having people come up here. Are you gonna let me talk to Eli?
Look, that's not what I said. I said we're going to start bringing on guests to go over all the topics with us, so we have a guest on the show, and Eli wants to bring guests on. That's from request of Eli.
No. You said he would have debates with people on here. That's what you said.
Yeah, he's been calling people out who he wants to debate. He tells you who it is.
Right. So he told me on his stream, right, a few days ago. He said, "Oh, the Mondo guy, he agrees with me a lot. So I would love to have him come back on the Robert Reese show so I can find out why he came at me." I clicked the link.
Oh,
you guys gonna let me on?
Well, look, if that see, I missed that. So if that's what was said, Mondo, be prepared to click the link on the next HotFacts and Eli show. Fair enough.
I told you before. I'm like the candy man. You mention my name, I'm popping up. I'm not scared of none of you dudes. Like I'm not shying away. This is my face. Hello. I'm not.
I got you. I got this comment up there. Gig Drive and Thrive says, "Be careful, Mondo. He might start rapping terribly at you." Gig Drive and Thrive. I would like to ask you to get up here, or even just type it in the comment section. Just give me 2 bars. Give me 2 bars. Just give me 2 bars. Just give me 2 bars. That's all you gotta do is give me 2 bars. You give me 2 bars, I'll be A-okay. Matter of fact, I want you to rap me 2 bars. And let's see who raps terribly. Okay? Let's see who raps terribly. Okay? That's all you gotta do. These are your little shots. I hope you do some spoken word, some poetry in that video that you're gonna make of me. And just make sure that stay focused on the cameraman. Stay focused on the camera. Don't lose focus. I want to get all your emotion and see how you are from the inside. I know what you look like on the outside, and I want you not to run under bridges anymore. I don't want you to be trying to make people pay tolls when they go across. There you go. If you didn't understand what that means, ask your head.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So, would you respect a man? I mean, I know you haven't done your research on Eli, and I'm brand new to Eli. I discovered him, how many months ago was it when he came at Pedro? Like 4 or 5 months ago? That's when I discovered him. I don't know this guy's 6-year history on YouTube. I don't know any of this stuff, right? However, I did do some research because, I mean, from my hearing, from my understanding, the previous content was like all deleted and it's all just crazy shit, right? So I went on a splurge to try to find some content, right? I ran across this guy, something gun JB or R one of these dudes, right?
RB, yeah, it's something Gunner, yeah, the guy with the beard. Is that the guy with the beard?
Yeah, the white trash redneck guy, right? So
okay,
him and Eli again. I don't know this fucking guy, right? So I don't know the whole history, but what I did is I found his channel. I went to his channel and I saw some old Eli content from 5-6 years ago. Have you seen any of that stuff?
I've seen. Look, they sent me when I did my first interview with Eli. I got hit with they were sending me and tagging me and sending me almost everything they had on them. I've seen it all.
But have you seen the shows you did with him?
I've seen Eli going nuts. I'm talking about I've seen Eli going nuts, screaming at the camera, calling people MFers. I saw the video when he used the N-word. I saw all that stuff. I saw all of that.
I haven't even seen that. I haven't seen the N-word. I'll be honest. I haven't seen the N-word. I don't know about it. Nothing about it.
Yeah, Gunner has it. Gunner has it. He has it. There's a guy that dresses up like Batman. And he hangs around with someone that dresses up like Catwoman, and they sent me a lot of stuff too. All these people sent stuff to try to tell me don't do a show with them. And you know what the funniest thing is? Almost half the people that were saying that when we do our show, they're not disrespectful in the chats because they actually see what the show's all about. So everybody can learn something and get over some things, and the show is helping with that. You know what I mean? Okay. I've seen it all.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine. What I was going to ask you, though, is on that guy's channel, right? Apparently, they used to beef, then they became friends and did a show and all that stuff. This boggles my mind because I can't understand how any man from any walk of life can sign up for this type of thing. He did a show with this guy called The King and the Cuck, where the guy called Eli a cuck. Like, that was his name on the show, was the Cuck. And he would, yeah, you're smiling because it's crazy, right? The guy,
I'm not wearing. Look, that goes into the same thing as like trying to get the actor, the male actor, to wear the dress in the movie. I'm not wearing
come
the
on,
dress.
man.
I'm sorry.
Come on. As a man,
I'm not wearing
would
the
you
dress.
sign up for a show that calls you a cuck?
First of all, that's not gonna happen. First, that's not even if that's in the
Right?
contract, it's getting ripped up. So that's
Exactly.
that.
That's my point. They have
Yeah,
one
that's
episode
what
up
it is.
still, right? Listen, just listen. They have one episode up still, and it's the King of the Cuck. And I watched the whole thing, and I literally my jaw was on the fucking floor because I was like, "Yo, how can any man with any self-respect or pride sign up in his 40s, not in his 20s, not when he's like a teenager, in his fucking mid 40s?" to be called a cuck? The guy literally just calls him a cuck the whole show, and Eli's sitting there, just laughing at it and shit, right? There's a part where the guy is talking about fucking Eli's wife, and he's talking about which holes he'll do it, and Eli's just sitting there laughing, and he's like calling him a cuck. Dude, go watch it. Go watch it. You see your face right now?
Yeah,
That's how my face
Eli, that's a bad move, and I understand that there's some
horrible
types
move.
of comedy out there, Eli. Me personal, Eli, that was your decision. That's something that I would never do. Eli, in the eyes of everyone else, that's not something that you should do. Maybe if you were like Steve Carell or Will Ferrell, doing a movie like that,
Right.
people will understand. But
Right.
Eli, don't, that to me, I wouldn't have did that. But I gotta say this about Eli though. Eli gets talked about a lot, right? And Tammy and all of them talk about his ex-girlfriend, right? They show pictures of his ex-girlfriend. Eli has another girlfriend. Eli is so terrible, he can get a woman. How come Flex can't?
Sorry, I was on mute. I don't know anything about people's personal lives. I don't know who.
No, but Eli
had
an ex, and then he got another girlfriend. So
Okay,
Eli knows how to talk to women, and women like him. Women like Eli. So if women like Eli, and he's a man, why is everybody hating on him? He knows how to walk into a room and pull a woman. He knows how. These dudes hating on him, but one thing you cannot say, you can't say he's by himself.
I'm not by myself either. Who cares about that, dude? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about him respecting himself as a man. When you're a man,
I was trying to get over that, Mondo. That's why I switched it. I don't want to talk about that no more.
But that's because you look at him a certain way now after that. And I'm not
look at him a certain way. That comedy right there is just like that type of comedy right there. Not like comedy I like to look at. Like, I don't like comedy like that. Like when I see the crazy white guys, like the jackass guys, I can watch them do jackass stunts. When they start doing that homophobic stuff, that homosexual stuff, like I can't watch that stuff. Like that pushes the limit. Like when they jump on each other's butts and all. Now I'm not cool with that stuff. That's not something I,
I'm only saying that to make this point. When he questions why people call him a low-cal, it's because he's participated in shows like this. This is what gets you that type of title. It's not people just making it up for no reason. You've done some crazy shit. And I don't know your history. I'm sure you've done way crazier stuff. But just me discovering that show, I was like, how? Who convinced this man to hop on here, call himself a cuck, let other men come on the show, disrespect his girlfriend at the time, talk about fucking her in every hole, and he sits there and laughs? Like, dude, what kind of man does that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if it was, and he's gonna say, "Oh, that was 5 years ago." Dude, you were in your 40s. You were a grown ass man.
Well, I'll say this though. You just asked a question. What type of dude will do that? I just named the Jackass crew. They've done all type of homosexual activities to each other on camera. So my rule is if there's one, there's 10. If there's 10, there's 100. The whole Jackass crew does things like that. You got people that go out there to try to do that nasty ass, raunchy ass comedy. That's what they do. That's just not me. So there's other people that do it, not only him. He ain't doing it no more, and that's a good thing. I'm gonna just leave it there.
Listen, man, you're comparing an MTV show that was syndicated and they were making millions of dollars. That's worth getting into character and doing whatever they want to some
Before
people, right?
they made millions of dollars, they were doing that before they made millions of dollars, they were doing that for free.
Listen, Eli did it on a show that wasn't even his channel. right? He's not getting money from that. There was 1,000 subscribers. You mean to tell me that a channel with 1,000 subscribers with 200 views is worth you being called a cuck in your 40s and having your girlfriend disrespect? Come on, man. I know that's your
life
co-host and you're trying to
lessons.
save him. Listen,
Life
it's
lessons,
not the same.
lessons learned. That even makes him more of a life coach. Also, he knows what not to get into, and he's gonna make sure you don't do that. Also, that's another thing he's gonna teach someone.
He was calling himself a life coach then, but this is what I mean though. Like, I would have no problems with Eli if he didn't call himself a life coach, because when he does stuff like this, you're like, dude, if somebody actually came on the internet looking for coaching and they discovered your other videos, they'd be like, wait, hold on. The guy that I signed up to be my life coach did a show called where he was called a cuck. You know what I mean? Like, that's delusional.
Look, he's paid for life coach training and everything. He did that at 40 years old. He went over that yesterday. So
I'm talking about the image. It's a bad mark.
I'm not going to disrespect them. I'm not going to disrespect them and not call him a coach because he paid for the training.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm talking about the image. You understand how that's a bad image for somebody that's claiming to be a life coach? It's a bad marketing.
It could be a bad image, but all that stuff makes our show better when we go over our topics.
No, I agree, because it's hilarious. Like, again, dude, I'm thoroughly entertained by the Eli shit. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I find that shit hilarious. You know, I have no problem. I hope you guys do a show for another fucking year and a half, because I'm entertained by it. Like, I'm thoroughly entertained by it. I'm not even gonna lie. This shit makes me crack the fuck up.
Thank you. Look, I appreciate it.
You're welcome, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Look, go over all these different topics, and you got to hear me and Eli speak. So, some people might watch it for, to really get into it. Some might like it because it's hilarious. When Eli starts singing and we start doing music and stuff, that's all part of our show. You got to have an entertaining show that talks about some stuff. That's all it is. I hope you guys out there are learning how to get a blueprint on making something successful. When you got people saying, I'm not going to lie, it's hilarious, and I hope you do the show for another year and some change. That is a good compliment to me and Eli and the show. Thank you. I appreciate that. As long as I can make somebody laugh and put some joy in, I'm happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm only bringing that up because I know Eli likes to say that, people pick on him for no reason, but I'm just trying to prove a point that there is reasons for that, because you've made a bad image for yourself on the internet in your 40s. There goes my point. He's going crazy.
All right. Well, look, we got to get off of here now. It's 2:29. I went 30 minutes over my 2 hour, but I had to hear Mondo get up here. And for people that don't know, you got to understand, they're like, why is Mondo up there? I told you guys, the first time was the Eli thing. The second time I had to get some get back for Eli. And I said the next time it's going to be all the way one love. He's been in the chats. We talking about rap and wrestling and movies and stuff. People,
I don't have a problem
doing it.
I don't have a problem talking to you about rap and wrestling and things that we have in common. My problem with you was when you were trying to claim that Eli is this, godly person. That's a false image. You know what I mean?
Hey,
I know what you're doing,
image, man. It's not false. Look, Eli can walk around anywhere, and he walks around with a selfie stick, and he's got his microphone, and when he's walking, people are watching him do a show, and they're like, what's going on? This dude can just show up in any chat, and the whole chat is going to scream to where Eli is. Eli can walk into a room, open the door, and all eyes are going to be on him. You can't teach that. You cannot teach that.
I mean, I don't know what you would be teaching. It's just when you make a bad image for yourself, people are going to come to laugh at it, dude. It's not. I wouldn't say that's a talent. It's not a good thing. You know what I mean? Is it good for you? Yes, because you're not directly affected by how people view him. You just get the views. And I understand what you're doing. If I wanted to do the same, I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, oh, this is an opportunity for people to watch this guy, and I can take calls because he won't do it on his own show. Let me capitalize on this. I understand what you're doing. And you already admitted to this last time we spoke. So this isn't like a secret or anything. But it's almost like the Howard Stern show. He has like these funny locale like guests and stuff like that, and people call in and make fun of them and laugh. And Howard Stern capitalizes on that and monetizes it. I get it. Like I
Not Howard
understand.
Stern, man. Not even close. This is like you would call this like you would say this is like Corrupt and Bill Gates got a show together. Snoop and Martha Stewart. You know what I mean?
I'm
You
talking
know what
about
I mean?
Howard
Like,
Stern because he had the low-cal guests like Beetlejuice and stuff. That's what I'm referring to.
yeah. Beetlejuice was that was my man right there.
Yeah,
That was my
hell
man
yeah.
right
But
there.
why did you watch it though? Because it was entertaining and you would laugh at it. That's how
Because
people view.
Beetlejuice didn't care about what he said. He didn't care about nothing.
Yeah.
Now
But that's
this guy says, I see Robert gets as many donations as Eli. I get donations all the time, G. They come in. I have some members up there. They send things on Cash App, through things like that. I get donations all the time. I hit my threshold and more every single month. I get also royalties that comes in through ASCAP and things like that. So I get mine in, Riff. You know, that's why I gave up my ASCAP business license and number and everything. So Tammy and you guys can have it. So I get donations all the time. I don't go out there and look for donations. Donations comes when someone appreciates what you're doing. Like Bigfoot that Dasher drops in $10 sometimes, and AZ Prod and other people go ahead and throw them in, and that's what it is. And anyone that's a member there is paying a membership, so that's a donation that is continuous. So Riff, I suggest you just go do your own channel, worry about yours, and then you tell me about what you got going on. But outside of that, people, we out of here like Chuck Woolery and 2 and 2. Thank you, Planet Mondo, for stopping by. And I can't wait to where I do a show where we talk about, like, it's gonna be a strictly wrestling show, and we just go break it down. We just go break it down.
I don't have a problem coming up and talking wrestling and stuff, but what I'm saying is I don't like Eli not talking to me on your show and not refusing to talk to me on here, but then doing a fucking stream about me for an hour and a half. That's not manly to me. You know what I mean? Like, talk to me, dude. Talk to me. If you feel some type of way,
next show, click the link.
I click the link anytime. I'm Candyman out here. I'm not afraid.
I got you.
Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna ask Eli and make it happen for you. But as for that, people, we gotta go. Thank you for tuning on in, and I would like to thank Real Sick for coming up here. Jersey, let's give a shout out to the Jersey rappers. You got Real Sick and Shotgun Suge. You got Twerk. You got all those guys out there in Jersey. They're out there doing their thing. And I want to give a big shout out to Reed Dallas out there in Philly, holding it down. Easy to block captain. Once again, my rappers out here on the West Coast, Danny Myers, Sweet Jag, Daylight, Geechee Gotti, Thesaurus, Ilmac, all this disaster, all these rappers out here that's getting it in. Make sure y'all doing it good. Stay humble, people, and I'm gonna see you guys maybe on Hot Facts and Coach Eli podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Tell them bye real quick. Give them a bye. Deuces. Come on, StreamYard, quit tripping.